She flies through the cloud darkness, rather down the breathless vastness of the world. Oh yes, in knowledge and the Lord herself, even she's one more day. It's no exception, it's just less. I guess you can't cross a gentle tiger. Life is running each other, ubiquity. Radiant existence. It doesn't need a name to rule us all. Afraid of the wind. Order us rustling of the driftwood kingdom night from them. Oh, he flies to be the wings of the flight flares, fly high to be seen from everywhere. She just tells them here's the wings out whispering. He believes she's one of a chain.
All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Johnny back again with some more. Well, I was about to say Street Fighter 6, but no, actually we're here to look into check out the presentation that is going to be apparently the PS5 Pro. So we're going to sit back, relax, enjoy the stream together, and we'll discuss everything PlayStation once everything is done here. If you do enjoy the stream, I do appreciate if you drop a like if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Twitch, I appreciate if you do a follow. So let's see what's up here. All right, I'm gonna set this guy up here and make sure everything's fine. I'll make sure this is HD, 1440p is the logo I see here.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to
Mark
talk about the
Cerny.
newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds.
All stuff that we know about the PS5. Nothing new
streaming
here.
rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the
Still,
sound
you
of
gotta
games.
beat this game.
With
Demon
audio
Souls.
so real, you may not even
And
need
this
to
one
see
too.
the enemies to know
Returnal.
exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game.
Great game, by
It's
the way.
wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players.
I like performance, but if I have a
Fidelity modes
120
emphasize
hertz,
the visuals, typically
you know,
through higher
monitor,
resolution
I usually go
rendering.
for fidelity
These modes
with the
may
higher
also
refresh
have
rate, and you get
enhanced
40
detail
frames, which
or
is
use
great.
more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier, and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second,
What an underrated game, man. Ghost of Tsushima is so crazy.
mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
Okay.
Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles. And with the
PS5
Big
Pro.
3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with
Okay.
graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Oh, super
This
choppy.
goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many
Like hurting my
approaches
eyes
as
a bit
there are
here.
game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Good enough for me.
I still haven't played
Ray tracing is finding broad usage
Forbidden
as well,
West. I only played
particularly
Zero
when the
Dawn, but
games
even
are
didn't even
focused on
finish
higher
that one
frame
yet.
rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Oh, it doesn't have that weird, you know, round thing. I'm looking at my PS5 right now and I'm like, it's all flat now. Like, it's like a indent. Okay. Now, how big is it though? So you're telling me that fidelity is now 60 frames? Is that pretty much what the PS5 console is all about?
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
That's Assassin's Creed. God damn, that looks good though. The card, like Gran Turismo is always looking good. Some familiar games here. I think there was that's Alan Wake. I think that was like Stellar Blade at some point, yeah. Vertical stand sold separately. Yeah, $700. God damn. That is $700 US. God damn. Hold on. Let me do some math here. $699.99. That's $950 in Canadian. That is insane. Insane. That is not cheap at all. And you know, as I was saying from the previous stream today, even if I decide to trade in, let's say, my PS5 for I don't know, you know, let's say I want to trade in my PS5 for the PS5 Pro. How much do you think they will give it to me for? Not much, really. Not much. And even there, we're not even to the point that this is required. Personally, for me, like Mark Cerny said, I usually go for performance. If I have 120 hertz, I go in the in between, like performance RT kind of situation, where basically I can play the game at a certain higher frame, like 40 frames per second is not that bad. It's really not bad, and the game looks really nice. But if I'm really, if really that's what I'm looking for in a PlayStation, that my games can run at 60 frames on fidelity, not a big seller for me, because you still give me the option for performance, or even some games that can have 120 hertz if I want to, like God of War, Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man. You know, I still have those choices if I want 120 hertz. I do lose detail, yes, but it's barely noticeable if you're not into the whole, you know, if you don't really pay attention too much. But personally, I don't think this is worth the money. As of yet, I don't think it is worth for me to trade in my PS5 just to get that one and only get what, $300 for my PS5? Nah. it's 4 years old. You know, I'm not getting a big bargain out of it if I'm trading it in. And I think that's the sad part about it, is that it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna make that change. I like my PS5. I like where it's at. I like the fact that I can play my games at 120 hertz at a 1080p. I can still play, you know, 40 frames at a higher rate, a higher resolution and stuff like that. And yeah, no, even fidelity it's an option, right? It's not mandatory. Performance is definitely one that like Mark Cerny said, is where everybody leans on, and myself included. But having all this for the PS5 Pro, I don't think it's worth the changes. If you're telling me, for instance, okay, you get better graphics, you get a better resolutions on certain fidelity modes for the PS5 Pro, but we're also going to, I don't know, make everything move so smoothly. I don't know, like a part of me is just not gonna. It's not a huge change. It's not a huge change. Are they bringing the 8K back? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, there you go. Like for me, it's not a big necessary change. Unfortunately, it's not. And have they provided a date so far? November 7th, 2024. $699. People were guessing the price $650. $699. I paid a fucking pretty penny for my PlayStation 5. I paid $750 for mine, Canadian, and I got lucky because then the price went up. Like I think when did it go up? Like a year later or something like that? After COVID, like 2020. Yeah, let's say like beginning 2022, they decided to be like, hey, we're raising the price. You know? Do you think PlayStation has more? Let's see, PlayStation blog. Let's see if they have any news here. Let's load. This is gonna be all in Thai too, I think. Let me see if there's a language, something I could do. Oh, never mind. Alright. Welcome PlayStation 5 Pro, the most visually impressive way to play games on PlayStation. That's the size of it? That's the actual size of it. Hold on. Yeah, I got my PS5 controller. I'm gonna put it right next to this one. Holy crap, it is pretty small. Like compared to this monstrosity that I have in front of me, it's pretty small in the picture. God damn. Okay, so let's see here. Features including GPU upgrade, advanced ray tracing, and PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution take players to new heights. Over the 4 years since the launch of PS5, we work hard on continuously evolve the console experience and deliver the great games our players expect from us today. Today, I'm incredibly proud to announce the next step of that evolution. And welcome PlayStation 5 Pro to the PlayStation family, our most advanced and innovative console hardware today. Is this just like the console trailer? Yeah, it's just the reveal trailer. Okay. Alright. Oh no, actually this is a brand new trailer. It is a pretty small console though, not gonna lie. on select games too, only if the developers decide to do so or not. Frame rate. Yeah, we already have that. Yeah, it's a small console though. It is nice and sleek, but that's the only nice thing about it, I guess. Alright, let's continue on. We developed PS5 Pro with deeply engaged players and game creation creators in mind. As many have asked for a console that runs even higher fidelity graphics with smoother frame rates at 60 frames per second, we achieved this on PS5 Pro with several key performance features. Upgraded GPU with PS5 Pro, we are upgrading to a GPU that has 67% more compute units than the current PS5 console and 28% faster memory. Man, this is really like Apple's lingo here going on. Like 25%, 10%, 70%. You know, like it's just percentage. It's not necessarily what they changed or what's inside. Overall, this enables up to 45% rendering for gameplay and making the experience much smoother. Advanced ray tracing. We added even more powerful ray tracing that provides more dynamic reflection and refraction of light. This allows the rays to be cast at double and at times triple the speed of the current PS5 console. AI-driven upscaling. We also introducing PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. That's gonna be mixing me up all the time. And AI-driven upscaling that uses a machine learning-based technology to provide super sharp image clarity by adding an extraordinary amount of detail. It's just pretty much an AI to clean up the image, right? Let's see here, what else we got? PS5 Pro provides gamer with an amazing graphics at high frame rates. You can earmark certainly lead architect for PS5 Pro. Discuss the key innovation of PS5 Pro. The following video presentation. The presentation provided deep dive. Okay, yeah, we just saw this. This is the presentation yesterday. Other enhancements include PS5 Pro Boost, which can apply more than 8,500 backwards compatible PS4 games playable on PS5 Pro. Hold on, what does this mean? Enhanced includes PS5 Pro Game Boost. This feature may stabilize or improve the performance of supported PS4 and PS5 games. Enhanced image quality for PS4 games is also available to improve the resolution on select PS4 games. PS5 Pro will also launch with the latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7. In territories supporting the standard, VRR and 8K gaming are also supported, so they brought it back. Alright, so I guess they're doing the same thing what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox Series, especially with the X, where they kind of like upscale it, I guess. So and perform like increases the performance. I don't know. Like that's as far as I can tell, I think that's what the Xbox Series X can do. I don't know if the Series S can do that. Not sure. But enhanced quality for PS4 games is also available for PlayStation. So I'm guessing if you're playing, hopefully you're playing Red Dead Redemption and it looks a lot better. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but we'll have to wait and see. And it says on select games, right? So it's not on unsupported PS4 and PS5 games. It's humbling to see how game creators have embraced the latest technology from PS5 Pro, and several games will be patched with free software updates for gamers to take advantage of PS5 Pro's features. These games can be identified with a PS5 Pro Enhanced label within their title. Some games you can look forward to include blockbuster hits from PlayStation Studios and our third-party partners such as Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon Souls. Is Demon Souls a third-party partner? I didn't know that. Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy. Well, they also mentioned first-party stuff here too. Oh, okay, sorry. Hits from PlayStation Studio. Okay, I didn't read that part. I was confused for a second. I was like, what the hell? Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, yada yada yada. We kept the look of the PS5 Pro consistent with the overall PS5 family of products. You'll notice the height is the same as the original PS5. Okay, so the height is pretty much the monstrosity that I have in front of me. Okay, and the width is the same as the current PS5 model, which I think is a little bit smaller. Good, I guess. All right. No. The same size screen PS5 model to accommodate the higher performance specs. Players can add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive or swap out console covers when they be. Hold on, do they only come in this version? I am confused. Does the Pro only comes as a digital version? You have to buy the disc drive separate? You're already spending $700 US on this motherfucker, and you expect me to pay more to add a disc support? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. That's a lot of money to be throwing out there, man. Holy shit. Bro, actually, let me lower the music here a bit so you guys can hear me blaring fucking Corneria music in the background. PS5 Pro fits perfectly within the PS5 family of products and is compatible with the PS5 accessories currently available, including PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation Portal, DualSense Edge Access Controller, Pulse Elite, and Pulse Explorer. The user interface and network services will also remain to the same as PS5. The PS5 Pro console will be available this holiday at the manufacturer's suggested retail price, $699 USD, 699 euros. No, sorry, this is Lariat. I don't remember what this one is. Or pounds, yeah, British pounds maybe. Okay, 799 euros and 119,980 Japan yens, including taxes. It will include a 2 terabyte SSD. This is why the price is so high. Probably this is why the price is so high. 2 terabyte SSD. We're always usually sold with one. I guess they're deciding, you know what, we'll give you an extra terabyte. A DualSense wireless controller and a copy of Astro's Room Playrooms pre-installed. You know what? This is a missed opportunity. You should have put the new Astrobot game in something. It would have made the purchase a lot more nicer, I guess. PS5 Pro is available as a discless console with the option of purchase the currently available disc drive for PS5 separately. PS5 Pro will launch on November 7, 2024 and will be available at participating retailers and directly from PlayStation at direct.playstation.com. Pre-orders will begin on September 26th, so that's in a couple days. Actually, they did smart. Last time they did the next day, and it started that same day. It was crazy. Maybe I can even check it out to see if I can pre-order one. Our PS5 journey would not be possible without the millions of players that have supported us through the years and have shared with us their love for gaming. Whichever console option players choose, whether it's PS5 or PS5 Pro, we wish to bring everyone their very best gaming experience that fits their needs. Features available in select PS5 games that have been enhanced for PS5 Pro when compared with PS5 Pro enhancements. Feature vary by game. Oof. That's something. I mean, like I said, for me, it's not gonna make a difference. I love my PS5, but am I willing to trade that in for half the price that I paid for and to pay something like 3 times the price that I paid for before? Nah. I'm sorry, but no. Man, that's crazy. That's a crazy bold choice they just made. To be like, you know what? Let's sell you a product that is a lot better. It's gonna increase your graphics, but that's it. I don't know much about that. I don't know if that's even a good sign or not. I'll be honest with you guys. And guys, if you're tuning in, let me know in the chat, please. Like, what's your thoughts about it? Like, is it a day one buy for you guys, or is it just something that you'll just have to wait? Because I'll be honest, this is my thought process, right? When I bought my PlayStation 4, I bought it a year after PlayStation came. The PS4 came out, right? I actually bought the Destiny bundle, which was the white PS4 console that came with a digital version of Destiny. No, hold on, I'm lying. It was a Destiny version of the PS4 because I bought Destiny beforehand, and I bought the version that when you buy the PS4, when you upgrade to the PS4, you can move your character over. I remember that was the big thing. So I bought the PS4, the white one, the Destiny version of it, and eventually the PS4 the PS4 Pro got announced a year after. I'm not so certain about that. Let me know if if I got that wrong or not, but I'm not sure. So when it came out, I'm like, really? Do I really need it? What's the enhancements here? Oh, okay. 4K, HDR. That was the big push, and I'm like, I didn't at the time. I didn't even have a TV that can do HDR. I didn't have a TV that can do 4K. So for me, it was like, nah. Like my PS5 was not making jet noises at the time, but it was fine. It was fine. But when the PS5 got announced, that's where the upgrade came to play for me. Because for me, the jumping from a PS4 to PS5, huge difference. First of all, my console was not sounding like a jet engine or the thing is about to take off like a rocket. And second of all, it loaded in the games a lot faster, and I appreciated that. I love that. Like already with Red Dead Redemption, I think it took like 2 minutes to get it to load into a game on a PS4, and that shit was about to blow up. And then on PS5, it takes like less than a minute. And I was happy with that. You know, like I was happy with the changes between the PS4 and the PS5. But between now and PS5 and PS5 Pro, like I feel like the PS5 just came out. I don't know, like COVID, it was just like straight up like a memory wipe for 2 years, and it's like, what happened there? You know, like I can remember the day I got this, and I was streaming it, I was unboxing it, and all that stuff, and it was fun. But now it's like, yeah, no, it wasn't the route I wanted to. It wasn't like it's not a thing I need to get. The PS5 Pro is really, if you don't have a PS5 and you waited this long, then I would say maybe get the PS5 Pro because you'll have the latest and greatest, right? But is it worth changing it? No. Is my PS5 having issues? No. I actually clean it up quite often because I played so much on it, right? So, like, I love to pick it apart, clean up the dust, and good to go, you know? If you got the right tools for it, obviously. But no, for me, if I have to give my final thoughts, is that for me, this is a no-go. The only way I could see me purchasing this is when the price goes down, which hopefully it probably won't, because Sony's going to go ahead and be like, okay, well, we're increasing the price by $20 or by $30 or whatever they decide to go with, right? No, I'm okay with my PS5. This is not, and I don't think I'm alone with this. I don't think this appeals to anybody. Like I said, this only appeals if you don't have a PS5. If you're looking to get a PS5, wait for the PS5 Pro, because you'll have the latest and greatest. And if you sign up for PlayStation Plus Extra, you're fine. There's a bunch of good games under that service, right? So there you have it. That's pretty much my final thoughts. Is that for me, it's no go. You want one? Go for it. Go for it. But for me, it's like it's not worth it. The change. So yeah. So pretty much, I'll leave it as that. I know it's a very short stream. I just wanted to jump in, get my own reaction into it, see what you guys thought about it. please feel free to leave comments in the section below, or even in the chat right now if you're still tuning in. And or hit me up on my socials too. Like, tell me what you think about it. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. So with that being said, guys, I wish you a very good night. I hope it's some of you guys it's actually early morning, so good morning for some of you all. Here it's 10 p.m. Indochina time. You know, in Thailand it's 10 p.m. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good day, good morning, and yeah, take care. And most of all, love y'all. Take care, guys. Bye.